All right, good morning, everybody. Time for coffee and questions again. And so today's topic is aviation snips. And I was following a thread on the forum where they were polling people to see, hey, what are the top three or the top five? I think I narrowed it down to the top three aviation snips that you would buy and the value and the reasons why. Well, in the number three position, I threw up a picture. It's Midwest Aviation Snip Set. You can get these on Amazon. That's where the ad came from. And these were rated a really good, like around the home garage, home shop type thing to have. They're a decent pair, and they will cut fairly well. When it came to 18 gauge, which is a fairly thick sheet metal, it had some difficulty cutting it, and you have to put a lot of force on them. But they were, a good like hobby or like I said, around the garage type thing. But for in the trades and construction work, they weren't rated in, the top couple of slots. Now, comparative to this was the Milwaukee set. Let me change the picture and we'll continue the discussion. All right, now here's a picture of the Milwaukee set that ran, real close, in comparison to that Midwest. Now, there's nothing wrong with these. I don't own the pair, but when I was out at Home Depot, who sells them, I went ahead and picked them up and was playing around with them, and they've got a comfortable grip on them. And I liked them, but there's part of it that I didn't like. They have some kind of a lock mechanism, like a little ratcheting or locking mechanism, like when you're depressing them and releasing them and depressing them and releasing them. And I didn't like it, personally. But, other people say that these are a good value. The other ones, you saw the price. These are cheaper, of course, at $37 off of Amazon. Now, people say that you can get them maybe a little bit cheaper at Home Depot or, if you look around. But I'm pulling the ad, straight up off of Amazon. So this is a picture of what they look like. They've gotten fairly decent reviews. You can see there's only a few customers. But the forum, there were a lot more people, talking about these that said they were, an all-around generic good pair of aviation snips. Now, the ones that people were talking about, of course, were Lennox, HDX. They were, again, from Home Depot. You got Harbor Freight, Stanley, Klein's, and everybody was talking differently about them. And then they decided to go ahead and rank, and poll what were the best. Now, of all of these, and I'm going to make it a short video because I also own WIS, I'm going to change the picture and I'll show you what everybody viewed was hands down, by far, the best aviation snips that you can buy. Give me just a sec. Okay, I put up a picture of the WIS aviation snips. Now these will, depending on what you're looking at on Amazon, run from about $40, up to $45. Sometimes you can get them a little bit cheaper. I know the price isn't on here. I know that there's only 12 customer reviews here, but off of the forum, we were sitting around talking, and I can remember growing up, and my dad was a contractor, that everybody in the trades, everybody used WIS. They said they were far superior to anything out there, and if you were anybody at all in the trades, everybody bought this particular brand. So I grew up around these, and I actually own a set of them, and I swear by them. They are fantastic. They can cut just about anything that you can think of. Now, I cut with these. I don't have any burrs. I don't have any slop in them when you're using them. I don't have any of the bend over, and all these problems that people talk about aviation snips. These things used correctly, cut very clean, very sharp. They hold an incredible edge. They're hardened incredibly well. And I swear by them, like I said. So, I use them all the time. I've had the same set for years. I definitely would buy them again. Next question. What else can you can cut cardboard, you can cut molded plastic, you can cut vines on plants. I actually, when I got the pair brand new, I could cut a piece of paper because I read on one of the forums you can cut paper with them, and that's true, you can. They are that sharp. I've also, I've also used them to cut water hoses. I've used them to cut airline hoses. I don't know. I use them as an all-around tool for cutting a lot of things just besides sheet metal. They will cut 18 gauge the easiest from what the forum says of any of them out there. And one of the questions on there, of course, I took down some of the information, is will it cut like a fender well on a car? Well, yeah, 18 gauge is much thicker. And if it can cut 18 gauge, your automobiles are generally like 22 to 26 gauge steel, somewhere in there. So it'll cut it really easy, really easy. The best thing I can tell you really is Wiss makes the best ones, period. I would spend a few dollars more and I would buy the best. When you look at comparative price shopping, they're the gold standard. It's what everybody uses, and I swear by them, like I keep saying. Okay, so what was the final ranking? Well, in the number one slot was Wiss. Number two was Midwest, but just barely ahead of Milwaukee. So I kind of put them neck and neck. And after that, I mean, it depends on what you're looking at. It could be Lennox, it could have been any of the others, but it was all based on what could cut 18 gauge the easiest and which was the most durable and stood up over time. Again, it was the Wiss. So why, there was a question, somebody new to everything said, why are the handles colored differently? Well, the yellow is for straight cutting, and then you have right and left. And you'll see those in the picture. Now, I have a friend, the only one he buys is the straight ones made by Wiss. And anything he's cutting, he can just kind of clip the corners and play around. And he doesn't need the right and the left. So if you don't want to spend, the $50 range or $45, I mean, you can buy the straight ones and you could probably get away with them for, home, hobby, and standard garage use. But if you're in the trades, you'll want the set of all three. That's a quick review on these. Again, I mean, we just discussed which was the best according to a poll on the forum. Other people can have, other opinions on this. That's fine. You can drop it in the comment below. I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe and stay with me. And we'll keep doing other reviews and see what other people have to say on the forums. Thank you very much. You folks have a good day. Bye-bye.